Hello,
Hi, may I speak to Erica?
this is she.
Hey, Erica, how are you?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm fine.
Good. Me too, I'm all right. You didn't ask, but I just told you. What's going on?
I don't know. What is going on? What is this? Why are you calling?
Well, it's a radio show, and we do a segment on our show called The Second Date. It's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them after, they can email us to get you on the phone and ask what happened. And we actually got an email about you from somebody who listens to the show.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of crazy.
Got any guesses?
No.
Been out on a lot of dates recently?
Well, no, but I mean, it wouldn't be like Justin.
Oh my God, it's
Yes,
dawning on you.
it would
Did you
be
hear that?
Justin. Justin emailed us and told us a little bit about your date. But he also
Oh
said...
my God, you got to be kidding me.
No. He also said that he's been trying to get a hold of you and you won't text him back.
No, I'm not calling him.
And why?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. It was a fun date. He's an interesting guy. He's good looking.
So those are all really good things.
Yeah, I mean, overall the date was fine, but interesting. I mean, there was a few weird moments, but I don't know.
So no specific reason why you don't want to see him again?
I do have a reason, but I don't know that I feel comfortable sharing that.
Okay, well, like, is it a personal reason for you or is it something about Justin?
Both.
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 Okay.
Okay.
He's
Well,
t-
Justin, whenever anybody does these, we always tell them that they need to be willing to hear whatever the other person says. So Justin is willing to hear anything bad that you might have to say.
Well, it's just that he seems to know too many people, because I wasn't sure how I felt about the date. So then I showed my friends his picture, and it's like they all knew him.
Oh.
Knew him really well.
Oh,
Do they
I
go-
get it. Okay.
Like they hooked up with him, or
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm not thinking about one of the girls. Like, three of them have hooked up with him.
wow,
Oh,
that's
man.
a lot. He gets around.
Wow.
Yeah, he told us that he's never had a problem with women, but he also said that he liked you so much that he can only think about you and doesn't even want to think about any other girls.
Yeah.
But apparently your friends might think about him from time to time.
I have a solid group of friends, and I can't be the fourth girl in my girl group to hook up with him. That's just crazy.
I mean, when we talked to him, it sounded like he wants more than a hookup from you.
Yeah.
Like he felt like he had an awakening of how he should really be in a relationship after he met you.
I find that hard to believe.
Do you? I don't know. I was kind of convinced by it.
Well, he did say he wanted to grow or
Yeah.
something.
I mean, it sounds like he can get a hookup whenever he wants a hookup, and he's putting in a lot of effort to get a hold of you. If he just wanted a hookup, he could have had that already with somebody else.
Yeah, he seems to have a good history of it.
Yeah. So you definitely, so that's what it is. You don't want to be the fourth girl in your friend group
Oh my
who has hooked up with Justin.
Obviously, he sleeps around a lot, and I don't need that. So I think it's best just to not call him.
Okay,
okay.
that seems pretty straighthtforward.
Well, Erica, I do have to let you know this before we let you go. Thank you for being honest. And now I have to be honest because Justin is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. So we've
What?
we've also hung out with Justin a bit.
Hi, Erica.
Hi.
All right, listen, yeah, I haven't met any of your friends. I don't know who they are, but most likely it's the truth. I mean, are any of them waitresses, hostesses, bartenders?
Got a type, obviously.
He just keeps listing careers.
Dishwashers.
Teachers, nurses.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie, I was that guy, but I'm not just trying to get you in bed. You can do that with anyone, pretty much. But I'm interested in you.
Oh.
They all know you from last year. All of them.
Oh, dang.
Last year.
I mean, Justin, don't you think that's weird? If you slept with all of my girlfriends, this is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, it's true. I'll admit it. I'll be the first one to admit it. I'm a recovering male skank.
Recovering male skank, Erica.
I feel like he's self-aware.
That doesn't help your mission here. I mean,
Look, I'll be the first one to admit it. I hooked up with a lot of girls, probably in every state, maybe 49 out of the 50. But I want to change.
Whoa.
I'm acknowledging the kind of person that I've been. I would love to change because of you.
Oh.
we had one date, and now you suddenly want to change because we've had one date? I hardly believe that.
Wow.
No, Eric, I'm being honest with you. Look, that night I almost had a booty call. I almost made that phone call, but I didn't. I just can't stop thinking about it.
You are so not helping yourself here.
But Erica, think about it if the tables were turned. Like, what if some guy didn't want to go out with you because of a couple of dudes or more that you slept with? Like, you would be really upset about that because you're also more than just who you hooked up with in the past.
Yeah, but I'd still see that it would be awkward that his friends would see me naked.
Yeah.
Or it's easier to bond. I mean, you can look at it two ways.
I have to ask a question. Justin, do you think you like her because she's the only girl that didn't call you back?
Nah, man, this girl, she has a brain. You're very smart. You're funny. You get my movie references. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Yeah, see?
Look, Justin, it's nice that you say all these things and you feel this way about me, but it just doesn't change that you've been with my friends like that. I mean, if we were to go out, we couldn't have sex for like 6 months because I'd have to know that you really, really fell in love with me.
Wow.
What do you think about that?
Holy 6 months? Are you serious? Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, like, no booty calls, no nothing. 6 months of just holding my hand and then just goodnight. You need a freaking cleanse.
Wow. 6 months. All right, well,
That is strict.
Erica, would you like to go? Maybe I shouldn't even ask Erica at this point now. Erica, would you like to go on a second date with Justin? We will pay for it if he agrees to not having any sex for 6 months.
Okay, Justin, it's your turn.
Oh, she's
Oh. All right, Justin.
Now I feel like she's just testing you.
Time to put you to the test, find out how woke you really are now.
You know what kind of person I am? You know who would do that to me? I mean, 6 months. She said 6 months.
Yes,
She
she
said
did.
6 months.
6 months. I know that probably hasn't happened to you since you were teens,
That's
but
half a year. That's half a year.
you're not going to explode.
Yeah.
You're not going to explode. You'll be
good at
fine.
math.
I mean, you will at some point, but it's not the way you
Justin,
think.
I can't think of any other way to prove to my friends that it's okay we date because you have to prove, that you really care about me. Just imagine after 6 months how amazing that's going to be.
6 months.
Okay. Yes. We've been over that, Justin. We've been over that a bunch now. 6 months. Can you wait 6 months? You'll get your second date if you can abstain for 6 months.
I mean, throwing this back at you. Do we negotiate like 6 days?
Nope, we're talking 6 months. I mean, you just said that you want to change and that you've never met anyone like me and that you made it sound like you'd do anything.
Is there any chance that I can get back to you on this?
All right. Yeah. No,
Can I process this?
Erica, you blew Justin's mind. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, Justin, use some time to think about it and then update us on if you guys actually go on a second date. All right.
Gotcha. 6 months.
Yes, 6 months. We know.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Ben, please?
Yeah, this is Ben.
Hello, Ben.
Hi.
How are ye today?
I'm doing okay.
Ye is Spanish for you.
Huh?
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, sorry. I should have introduced myself. This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm calling you today because one of our listeners actually emailed us asking if we get in touch with you.
I don't really know why that's happening, but
Well,
okay.
That's what we're
We-
here for.
do a segment on our show called The Second Date. That's where if somebody goes out on a date and then the person doesn't call them back after, they can email us to get that person on the phone and ask what happened. So you went on a date recently with a girl named Tara.
Yeah, I did. She wants you to call me?
Yeah, because she's been trying to get a hold of you, but you haven't answered any of her texts or
Okay.
phone calls or anything. And
I mean, she's a bit of a weirdo. That kind of makes sense.
What?
she's a weirdo?
weirdo. She seems really.
A little bit, yeah.
Wait, a weirdo that you made out with?
What? No. Weirdo that I absolutely did not make out with.
Well,
What are you
she
talking
told
about?
us that you did make out.
That you kissed her?
You ashamed?
I don't know where that idea came from.
Wait, did you go to a concert with her?
I did go to a concert with her. Yeah, that's true. But there was no making out at this concert.
Okay, well,
Really?
her story doesn't really match yours then, other than the concert thing.
Okay, so she's telling you that I made out with her?
Yeah, she says that you went to a concert, you guys made out, and then shortly after that, you went to the bathroom and disappeared.
Okay, no.
Wait, no on what? I mean, you already said no on the kissing. Did you ditch her, though? Did you go to the bathroom and ditch her?
I didn't go to the bathroom. I guess, strictly speaking, I ditched her because she was hardly paying attention to me, and I just left.
Okay, so you did you did ditch her.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, strictly speaking, I did ditch her.
Okay, wait, hold on. Go over the night. I want to hear what happened in your words.
Okay, like you said, she got in touch with me, invited me out to the show, and, she was, like, in full-on party mode when we got there. Like, she was looking around all the time, like, she was fascinated by, like, the lighting at the venue and was paying more attention to that than to me.
Well,
When I tried
in her defense, did they have good lighting? Because I'm a big fan of lighting.
I mean, it was cool, but it was like a moth to a flame, man. It was just the intensity of the focus was just.
But you're at a concert. Like, what do you expect her to do? Just talk to you the whole time? I mean, you're supposed to listen to the show and pay attention to the show.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we got there a little bit early, and
when I would try to talk to her, she would be kind of staring off over my shoulder at something, and she'd be like, yeah. Like, she would just say, yeah, and then go off on this whole other tangent.
Okay.
Really?
Was she on drugs?
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of hope so. Otherwise, she's in for a really weird life.
Okay.
Once the show started, we were dancing. I've never seen dancing like this. She's just, like, flailing all over the place and hopping up and down and left and right. Like, I've seen enthusiastic dancing, and this was, like, verging on manic dancing.
Okay, she's a manic dancer.
And then we got separated in the crowd, and I tried to re-find her. I looked for a minute or two, but then I realized, like, I'm just going to be putting myself back into this really weird situation, so I decided to leave.
Okay.
I want to know where the makeout comes from, though, because she told us that you guys made out. You lost each other for a few minutes and then found each other again and made out, and then you said you had to go to the bathroom and left.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, there was no making out between...
You're a liar. You are so a liar.
Terry, you were supposed to wait.
I'm sorry, but you are a liar. We totally made out.
Okay. Hey,
I don't know.
Ben, that's Tara, if you can't tell already. She was on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so what's the deal? Why are you lying? We totally made out. And then you ditched me.
I don't know what to tell you, Tara. We didn't make out. After we got separated, I never saw you again. I left.
No.
And
We totally found
I
each
don't know
other,
what
and
you
then we
think.
were, like, grinding up on each other, and then the making out happened.
What?
Don't you remember? You pulled me in. It was, like, a little sloppy. You nibbled my ear a little bit, and then it was, like, a lot sloppy. It wasn't the best kiss ever, but, I mean, you know what? I wasn't going to hold it against you until now, because you're lying.
well, yeah, I don't really have a response to that.
Are you lying, Ben? Did you make out with her and you just don't want to say that you made out with her and ditched her?
No, I'm not lying. I didn't make out with her. I'm becoming increasingly glad that I didn't make out with her.
Oh my God. Tara, how were you sober? I mean, how sober were you, Tara, when this happened?
I mean, I wasn't, like, exactly sober-ish, totally. I mean, I was really excited about this concert, so I may have, like, done a little something to make it more fun.
I guess it worked because you were having plenty of fun.
Tara, were you, like, doing something else besides alcohol?
Yes, I was.
Oh,
Okay.
To be totally honest.
all
Just
right.
wanted to make sure we were all clear on that. I mean, I think we all thought it, but...
Yeah, I mean, my friend and I had this whole plan, and it was ruined when she bailed, so I figured I would still go through with my half of the plan, just with, like, Bumble Dude.
But don't you think it's weird? Like, it's kind of weird to, like, go out and do that on your own when the other person you're with isn't in the same state of mind.
I'm not going to say I totally thought it through, no, but I regret very little. I had a blast.
Okay.
Do you see, like, the possibility, at least, that when we got separated and then you found me again, that it wasn't actually me that you found?
I mean, maybe,
Tara!
but I swear he looked like you. You were wearing a blue shirt, right?
It was more of a green, but no.
All right.
Wait, hold up. Does that mean, Tara, that you think that there's a possibility you made out with some random dude thinking it was Ben?
Kind of possible. I was having a fun night.
Hey!
It sounds like you were.
Okay, well, this is definitely making a little more sense. I get it.
Well, Ben, would you like to go out on a second date with Tara now that she's,
Sober?
not high?
It's really fun.
I think fun is subjective. I was not having all that much fun.
Wait a minute, Ben. Hold on. So, like, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry that I thought I made out with you, but it was another guy. And, it got out of control, but we could definitely still, have fun. I'm not always that, out there and, high.
I don't know, Tara, it was really strange. I don't know what to make of it, really.
Maybe next time we can do something, a little more chill, like coffee.
Yeah, what do you think, Ben? Pop a Molly and go to Starbucks.
If that's just a little bit out of control, I don't want to be around for the day when things get lost out of control.
Yeah.
All right.
That is a good thought. You're planning for your future, Ben.
Hey, man, you are totally missing out. I'm a blast.
Okay.
Well, you're lost.
Tara, I'm sorry you didn't get a second date. And Ben, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, definitely. This was interesting.
Yeah. And I bet the random dude that she made out with wants to thank you, too.
Yeah, seriously, who was that guy?
Tara, if you ever find him, call back. We'll do a second date or awkward Tuesday or something like that, okay?
There we go. Hello.
Hi, may I speak to Vanessa, please?
This is Vanessa.
Hey, Vanessa, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
What's Brooke and Jubal?
That's a good question. It's a radio show,
Okay.
okay? It airs on radio stations.
Like most radio
Yep.
shows.
Okay.
Appropriate place for it to be.
Why are you calling?
Well, I'm calling because we do a segment on our show. It's called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then don't call them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and figure out why. And we got an email about you from a listener. His name is Evan.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah.
He's probably hard to forget.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got a thing with flies, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We actually talked to Evan about that date where he accidentally bit a fly in half.
Oh, God, it's so gross.
Have you been referring to him as Fly Guy this whole time?
Somewhat, but I kind of don't talk about him anymore.
Yeah, it's probably a place you want to bury deep, dark in your head so you don't have to think about it. He
I'll try not to remember it.
Yeah, he told us about your date, said that he really liked you, and he was just trying to joke around when that happened, but he understands that, like, you know, it'd obviously be disgusting to sit across from somebody on a date and have them munch into an insect that they, like, didn't order off the menu.
Right.
And he's wondering why you're not calling him back or texting him back.
It's not so much about the fly. I mean, yeah, that's gross and whatever, but the guy is, like, really kind of rude and full of himself. I mean, he, like, pop culture shamed me, I guess is what you might want to say.
Pop culture shamed you?
He did tell us that he tried to tell you a Karate Kid joke and you didn't get the reference.
Right. There was some Mr. Nagi, Shaggy...
Mr. Miyagi. From the movie Karate Kid back in the 80s.
What's the name?
Mr. Miyagi.
Oh, that's the name. So I'm sitting in the restaurant, and it was starting to get really awkward because he was, like, yelling at me because I haven't seen some ancient film, and he just wouldn't go on and on about it. I felt really uncomfortable. It really was making me feel bad.
As it should. Like, no person should be on a date and be made to feel stupid. Like, he was so condescending.
And I'm thinking, this is supposed to be a nice, romantic date, and this guy is just sitting here grilling me about these 80s movies and the fact that I didn't see them, and it made me feel bad.
Yeah, I have seen people treat other people as really stupid when they don't get pop culture references.
Yeah, I really take offense to that, and it didn't just stop with that one movie. He kept making other references, like Beverly Hills Cop was like another one. I don't remember that one.
Okay, I want to shame you right now because that was a great movie series.
I don't remember.
Yeah, now I'm
anything about
mad.
it either. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so old. I have no interest in seeing these movies, and you know what? I don't even think they're probably funny either. So
Not funny? Are you out of your mind? What do you mean not funny? They're hilarious.
But yeah, Evan, hang on a second. Vanessa, that's Evan. He's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. And usually you're supposed to wait until I bring you into the conversation, but apparently Evan couldn't wait.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but just like, I don't get this. Like, how can you, like, A, not know that many of them, and B,
oh my gosh,
like,
here we go again. Why is it a law or something? I'm supposed to know all
it's
these
not a
things.
law. I'm just, like, shocked, and it's just, I don't know. Like, obviously, I'm sure there's
Get
things,
over
like, I don't
yourself.
know about your world that you'd be like, oh, come on. I mean, I'm not trying to, like, make you feel bad. It's just, like...
You are making me feel bad.
Well, I'm
you are-
sorry.
Oh, that sounded sincere.
Wow.
That sounded real sincere. Wow.
I mean, I'm really not. It's just, like...
Yeah, I got that. I was also being sarcastic.
You're posting a judgment on me. You are. You're being very judgmental. Oh, wow, I can't believe this person did. So it's all the world according to Evan. It's like, you don't have room for another person for a relationship if this is the way you're going to behave.
Well, I mean, if you watch the movies, you change your mind.
Evan, why are you so hung up on comedies and films from the late 80s, early 90s?
I'm not hung up on them. I've seen other movies since then, but, like, those are just gems of cinema.
Evan, come on. I mean, they're just movies. Don't you think you're overreacting?
These are classic movies that you just need to see, like, just as a person growing up in America. Like, and yeah, if you were, like, 2 or whatever when they came out, then, like, go rent them or whatever and watch them.
Are you really this fired up about it, Evan?
Movie buff.
I mean, I'm sorry, but who doesn't know Back to the Future?
Probably a lot of people.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm married to one, actually.
Really?
Yeah, he literally, every pop culture reference is lost to my husband. And guess what? I can still love him.
I'm sure it really bugs you, doesn't it?
It doesn't at all. But he does miss a lot of jokes because of it. I will say that.
See?
Vanessa, are you still there?
This is just
so ridiculous. Evan, you know it was actually a date, and you really weren't treating me right. So a little advice to your future dates, don't be so judgmental if somebody doesn't remember or know of all the movies in your arsenal that you insist that they know in order to be an American. I mean, it's crazy.
It's not like all of them, but those are in anybody's basic.
Oh, my God, I gotta go. I don't want to talk to you. I don't care about your damn movies and whoever karates and police movies and whatever the hell it is, all right?
Just one question. Tell me you've seen Home Alone.
No, I haven't.
Oh, my God, what the
Now I'm losing it.
Yeah, that's it.
Macaulay Culkin?
Okay, Evan, I'm out.
You're living a broken life, Vanessa.
I think she hung up.
Hello, Vanessa. Did you hang up? Yeah, I think so. Evan, are you still there? Or did you hang up too? Now are you pissed
Yeah,
about
no,
that?
I'm here, man. Yeah.
Well, Evan, I have to ask anyway, even though she hung up. Vanessa, would you like to go on a second date with Evan? We will pay for it. No, thank you, sir. Sorry, Evan. She said no. If you didn't hear that.
Well, fine. I don't want to go out with you anyway, you shut-in.
I'm so
Okay.
sorry you had to go out with that psycho.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Dude, Evan, why wouldn't you use that as like an opening to say, hey, that's awesome you haven't seen those. I can watch them with you next time.
I mean, I started out that way, but after like the first one or two where she's like, yeah, I don't know about that. Weren't the 80s a long time ago? Like, just that crap? Like, that was it just fired me up, man. Like,
I couldn't tell.
I can tell.
Yeah.
You hide it well.
you don't know those movies? That's like the same as not knowing that Bill Clinton was president and that he got a in the office.
I don't think so.
Explain to me that you don't know that.
Wait, what? That happened, Evan? I had no idea. Can I speak to Rebecca, please?
This is she.
Hey, Rebecca, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Who is this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm calling you because one of our listeners recently sent us an email about you, and I wanted to ask you some information.
About me? An email about me?
Yes. It's a segment that we do on our show. It's called The Second Date. It's basically if you go out on a date with somebody and then don't call them back, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and ask why.
Okay.
Have you been out on a lot of dates recently?
I wouldn't say a lot, but I've definitely been dating. I'm single, so.
All right. Well, this guy's name is Chuck. You know Chuck? Is
that a yes
Is that
or-
a yes? You know him and you're not impressed by Chuck? Because that's what it sounded like to me. Or you don't know who Chuck is.
I know who Chuck is.
Okay. I'd appreciate it if you could just tell us maybe why you're not calling him back.
I mean,
He said you guys met at a singles mixer and ended up going to an art exhibit.
that's true.
Okay. He said at the art exhibit, he was trying to act like he was smart and knew everything about art when in fact he really doesn't know much at all. And he thinks that you saw through that, and that's why you're not calling him back.
I thought he knew a lot about art, so.
Oh, you did?
Really?
Oh, so he fooled
He
you.
like pulled it off?
I thought he knew what he was talking about. I mean, I don't know too much about art either, so maybe that was.
Really?
That's awesome. Okay, so there's some common ground between you guys.
Yeah, I mean, we had a good time. He's very charming and a little rough around the edges, but in a way that was nice and what I liked.
So if the date went really well, then why did you sound so disgusted when I brought up his name?
Well, he kind of creeped me out. I mean, and not for anything that happened on the date. The day went well. I came home. I felt good. You know, went to bed, and the next morning I got up and logged into my Facebook, and I had a ton, like hundreds of notifications.
Whoa.
And I was like, what's going on? Why? And he'd gone through, like, every single profile photo that I've ever posted and liked them. So all of these notifications were him liking my photos. And they were photos, I, like, swear to you, from, like, the beginning of my Facebook, like, lifetime. Like, I mean, when did Facebook start? This must have been from, like, 2006 or 7. Like, maybe even before that. Like,
Oh, man. Anytime anybody's ever been on my thing and I get a like from like 5 years ago, like, oh, that's creepy.
No, it's totally creepy. And what's worse, it didn't just stop at Facebook, though. He went to my Instagram and, like, left a few comments, too, on, like, old postings, like, kind of in a way that seemed aggressive almost. It was like, thank God I didn't have a Twitter account, or, like, what would he do done there?
He's retweeting tweets from 10 years ago.
I mean, you're telling me that you didn't look up all of his old pictures and Instagram?
Well, that's a good. I did look at photos, but I didn't like him, and I did not go back to like the beginning of his Facebook profile and be like, "Oh, you look adorable as a 24-year-old or whatever." You know, whenever Facebook started. But that's like a huge red flag to me that I mean, whether or not he knows the etiquette.
Thank you for sharing that with us, by the way. There is a difference between just looking at the photos. We know everybody social media stalks. We know that. There's a difference between looking at it and a difference between liking those pictures. Every single one, and old ones.
I think that that's too far.
You're telling me that if somebody went on your Facebook, a guy that you dated, and started liking pictures from like 5 years ago, and how many pictures do you have on your Facebook, Rebecca?
Oh my God! I mean, like hundreds, like over 1,000 for sure. Like
He didn't like over 1,000 photos, though.
He liked like 600 of my normal photos, like photos I tagged in, photos I posted, like all of my photos.
Wow.
I think there was even a few events that he like liked on the way. Like, who does that?
That must have taken him a lot of time.
Yeah.
Up all night.
Yeah.
That's even creepier. I mean, that makes me want to not friend anyone ever. Like,
You know what? This might creep you out too, because he's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Let me get this straight. You don't like the fact that I like your stuff? I mean, why would you put
That's a bad way to
stuff
say it.
on the internet if you didn't want people to look at it and, like, comment on it? I mean, I just wanted to know more about you, you know? I really like you. I wanted a little background on you, you know?
I mean, is like 600 of my photos like enough background? Like, how much background did you need? Like, did you need to go back to what I looked like in 2006 and like enjoy that moment of my life? Like, I never assumed that someone was going to go back and like every photo and leave comments. Like, I mean, Chuck, you found a photo of me when I was 24 and blonde and posted something like, "Hey, blonde bombshell." I mean, like, you posted that on that. Like, why would you do that?
It's true. You were a blonde bombshell. I wasn't lying. Forgive me for thinking that you were attractive at age 24.
But don't you think that's weird? Like, you posting on these photos from, I mean, on my Instagram, too? Like, how long did it take you to do that? You sifted through 600 photos at least. I mean, were you up all night?
Well, I don't really sleep very much, so I was just up online, you know, and just sifting through photos.
Oh my God. Does that not creep anyone else out? Like, am I alone in this?
I kind of still think that he's likable and that you should give him a chance. I know that sounds crazy and I know it's really creepy, but he really doesn't sound like he gets it. Like, Chuck, do you just not understand how social media works?
Well, apparently I don't. I mean, if you're not supposed to like things, I mean, why is there a like button if you're not supposed to use it?
You're supposed
to put that there. I don't understand.
Because you're supposed to use it sparingly, Chuck. Like, use the like button like a precision sniper. One shot, right? You don't just go through with a semi-automatic weapon and just blow a bunch of likes across somebody's Facebook page. It's going to creep them out.
I thought it was a nice thing, you know? I mean, if somebody went through my photos and liked them or commented on them, I would be, like, really flattered. I mean, that's why they're up there, so people can enjoy them. I was surprised that Rebecca didn't like any of my photos the next morning.
I mean, I looked at your photos, but I didn't, like, go through it and like them all. Cause I mean, like, it's so creepy.
Creepy,
I mean,
creepy, or is he just more honest than any of us? Because at least he admits that he went through and stalked it instead of pretending like he didn't.
Rebecca, I would love to ask you if you'll go on a second date with Chuck. We will pay for it.
I promise I won't like you. And then I'll go back and I'll stay up all night and I'll unlike all the photos if you want, if that makes you feel better.
I mean,
Come on.
I did have a really good time. That totally creeps me out, but maybe you are just more honest than the rest of us with our Facebook stalking.
Okay, so you'll go out with Chuck again?
I think, yes, I think I'll.
Good.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Way to go,
Congratulations, Chuck. You got your second date. Now, I want to point out, you did get a date by a girl going, I guess.
I'll take it.
All right, whatever it is, you'll take it.
A win's a win.